To the Marriage Talk Show with Cecelia World. If marriage is hard work, then let's build it the right way. Put in the time, building it stronger, one prayer at a time. Through every test, through every storm, building it with God, we can make the marriage work. Love is the promise we swore, oh dog.
Yo, check the mic, it's Cecelia World. Welcome to the Marriage Talk Show. Word up. If marriage is hard work, we'll put in the time. Building it stronger, one prayer at a time. Through every test, through every storm. Love is the promise we swore. Said if marriage is hard work, we'll put in the time. Building it stronger, one prayer at a time. Through every test, through every storm. Love is the promise we swore.
Welcome to Cecelia World Marriage Talk Show, everyone. Come gather around. Where marriage wisdom can always be found. Love and commitment, walking hand in hand. Building strong homes across the land. Faith and patience, lighting the way. Welcome to the show, Wisdom Unfurled, with your host, Cecelia World. Welcome to Cecelia World Marriage Talk Show, everyone. Come gather around. Where marriage wisdom can always be found. Love and commitment walking hand in hand. Building strong homes across the land. Faith and patience lighting the way. Welcome to the show, Wisdom Unfurled, with your host, Cecelia World.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another Marriage Talk Show. Today's talk show, we are on edition 71. I hope you're enjoying the day, and happy International Women's Day to all the women across the world that are watching us today. We love you, we see what you're doing, and on behalf of your sweet family, they're sending me to you to let you know that they value you, they appreciate you, they see all your sweat, all your effort, all your work, the diligent work to make sure that your home, your marriage runs good. We really, really appreciate you. Again, welcome back to Cecilia's All World Show, the Married Talk Show. And again, happy International Women's Day to everyone, including the female child watching us across the globe, that we also become an adult in the future. We celebrate every female on the surface of the earth. Tonight or today, depending on the part of the world that you are, maybe it is morning, afternoon, evening, or night, we have another important, interesting topic. And if this is your first time, this is the Married Talk Show. Here we talk about if marriage actually requires a hard work. And this show is powered by God, supported through the help of sweet Holy Spirit. And today we'll be talking about another powerful question, which many couples are so much afraid to face and talk about. Before I go on, please, we would like to give you a shout out. Drop your name and where you're joining from in the comment section. We would like to give you a shout out. I can see Mrs. Fumi Omotolashe. Thank you so much, Ma, for always joining the show. We love you. I can see my cousin, Mrs. Adeyinka Omolagba. Thank you for joining the show. We love you. I can also see Mrs. Awoyinka Adenike Agbaje. Thank you, Ma, for joining the show. We love you. And Mrs. Fumi Omotolashe, so good to see you again. And also, do us a favor, try to share this wonderful show on your social media platform. Don't enjoy the privilege alone. Tonight, today, we will be talking about this important topic. Is love really enough to uphold, to sustain, and to make a marriage blissful? Or are we missing on other truths that can actually help us to make our marriage blissful? And we'll be talking about some questions that are related to love. The first one we'll be talking about, looking into today, is love always enough to sustain marriage? Or what are the real ingredients that sustains a marriage? And we'll be talking about reality, marriage reality. Can love alone keep couples, relationships stronger in marriage? And beyond love, what are the hidden keys that makes marriage last? Because many people enter marriage with butterfly in their tummy. They are deeply in love. The feelings are strong, the chemistry is exciting, and the connection is real. It feels so unbreakable. But as time passes on, the reality of life sets in. The responsibility, communication issues, financial issues, family pressure, in-laws issue, personal growth. Everything begins to creep into the relationship and marriage. And this makes the marriage hard work and difficult. And tonight we have another powerful guest speaker who has decided to join us again on the show. I have the honor to have Mrs. Olajumoke Ajayi back on the show with me tonight. And she will be helping us. She is a true child of God. And she will be helping us with the help of God and through the help of the sweet Holy Spirit to deep dive into this powerful topic tonight. And the topic we're looking at tonight is if marriage is enough to uphold any marriage, if love is enough to uphold any marriage. And Mrs. Olajumoke Ajayi, she is a female coach. She is also a well-known supporter of growth. She's a lover of Christ. She has written so many books. She's a wife. She's a mother. And we couldn't have chosen a better day to have her on the show today. Today being the Women's Day. And it's such a privilege to have you on the show, ma. Before we dive in, ma, do you have anything you want to say to our viewers at home? We are so happy that you're joining us, and welcome, ma.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining again, and thank you for having me. I want to say a very big thank you to Madam Cecelia for having me once again on this wonderful show. It's inspiring, it's touching lives, and of course, you know how the devil attacks marriages, attacks homes. So I want to say that you're really doing a good thing. You're doing a great thing. Doing this week in, week out to encourage people and to let them know that good marriages exist and their marriage too can be one of them. So I want to say you're doing amazing. Well done. Shout out to you. And I also want to celebrate every woman out there. Happy International Women's Day. You rock. You all are amazing.
Yes. Thank you so much, ma. We really, really appreciate it. And thank you once again for joining us tonight. We want to learn from you. And the Married Talk Show tonight is going to be more of interactive section. So the topic we are looking at today, ma, is can love really sustain, uphold a marriage? Or are we missing out on some important ingredients that can help us to have a beautiful marriage? And this show, the goal is two. The first one is to help married individuals to remain married. And the second one is to help young adults out there who are looking forward to embrace this wonderful institution to choose right. So, with that being said, ma, my first question to you tonight, I will want you to lay the foundation about marriage. What is marriage all about? Because the word has given marriage so many meaning, but we have to make reference to the one that orchestrated and instituted marriage. So, Ma, I would like you to lay the foundation before we go into tonight's topic. And thank you for joining us on this show again. We love you and we celebrate God's grace upon your life, Ma.
Thank you. All right, so yes, marriage is instituted by God. The Bible says that it's not good for man to be alone, and He created a helpmeet for man. And so marriage is instituted and it's ordained by God. And like we all know, maybe some people don't know, marriage is something that exists between a matured man and a matured woman. A matured man and a matured woman, not what we see these days flying around. You hear people saying that you see gay marriages, they are celebrating gay marriages. A man is getting married to a man, a woman is getting married to a woman. You see a man or a woman even getting married to an animal or a beast, as the case may be, or something that they have some sentiments to, and they say that they are getting married to those things. So marriage is not all about that. Marriage was created by God, and when he created Adam, he saw that Adam was alone, and he removed a rib from Adam and created Eve. And so marriage is a beautiful thing ordained by God, right? It's wonderful. And so, yes, there are many people that have, there are many marriages that are projected outside as marriage is bad, they oppress people in marriage, marriage is calm, and different things that are going all around about marriage. But I want to let you know that yes, good marriages exist. There are good marriages, and that's part of why this show is very important, for you to know the things that you need to do right so that your marriage can continue, to be one of those ones that are marked as good, right? Don't let, and to make sure that the opinion of people or what society is painting marriage is not what is clouding your memories. You see several young people today, and they are saying that I don't want to get married because of the different things that they have seen, that they have heard, that they have even witnessed. So marriage is a beautiful thing, and I don't want you, if you're a young person, you're watching this, I don't want you to be discouraged, right? That you don't want to get married because of what you're seeing. And if you're in it and you are going through a difficult time, it's a roller coaster for you, thank God for shows like this. We believe and we trust God with you that your marriage will keep getting better by putting all the effort, by putting all the work in it. So in summary, what I'm trying to say is that marriage is beautiful, marriage is God ordained, and yeah, basically.
Thank you so much, Ma, for that powerful introduction. We really, really appreciate you putting it out there to let us know that as God has ordained, marriage is between two opposite sexes, a man and a woman, a female and a male, not between two same sex or one sex with another animal. Thank you, Mer, for putting that out there. We really, really appreciate that. Now to deep dive to tonight's or today's topic. Mer, do you think that love is the foundation of every marriage, or is love just a starting point? Meaning, can love alone sustain a marriage, or are there other deeper things that you think that can help us to grow our marriage?
All right, thank you for that question. So yes, I would say it's both. I would say that love is the starting point for marriage, and it's also the foundation for marriage. Why did I say both? Let me explain. So the first thing that attracts you to the person that you want to get married to, there's probably affection, there is something you admire, there is admiration, there is chemistry. All of those things are the things that are like starting points, right? You don't want to get married to someone you're not attracted to. You don't want to get married to someone that you're not emotionally attached to or connected to. You don't want to get married to someone that you don't have some form of feelings for. No. So all of those things are the feelings. So there is something that we can call love the feeling, right? So love the feeling is the one that comes with all the affection, the admiration, the emotional attachment, and all the butterflies and all of that. Yeah. So there is that. And then there is something else that is love the foundation. So there is a place for love, the feelings, right? But the feeling is not going to sustain because feelings will disappear at some point. There will be times when maybe pressures of life come. There will be times when things are coming at you as a family. You have your own issues, she has her own issues, or vice versa, right? So all of those things would affect your marriage at some point. But if it is only love, the feeling, right, then that marriage cannot stay, right? So at some point your love is supposed to graduate, so to say, for a lack of better word, or metamorphose into something better, right? Into something stronger. So that's where you now have patience, where you have sacrifice. So that's where you now hear love is kind, love is patient. Everything in First Corinthians chapter 13, right? Love is patient, love is kind, sacrifice is there, loyalty, the daily care and affection, all of those things are the ones that now creates the foundation that when other things comes to shake it, it doesn't shake. When the issues of life, when in-laws come, when different things, different challenges, which we'll still see, further down in today's conversation, I believe, right? So when all of those things come, when your love has graduated from just the feelings to this other part of the love, then your love would now be able to stand the test of time and the storm, basically. So yes, like I said, there is the place for love the feeling, which is very important. I wouldn't say that you should not marry somebody that you're not attracted to. I wouldn't say you should not marry somebody that you're not emotionally attached to or you're not connected to. I would not say you should not marry someone that you don't admire. You don't admire certain qualities. No, you should. But then again, it should be more than that. So there will be a point where you now graduate from that place to the place where you're now making sacrifices. You're putting daily intentionality, right? You're patient, forgiving. All of that is what you need. So it is both. Love is both. What's the question again? Yeah, love is both for both is important for both the starting point and foundation.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mer. So the love is what actually attracts both people together to want to come together as one in the first place. However, the love must transcend. The marriage or the relationship must transcend beyond love.
Yeah.
There are some
Yeah.
other vital ingredients that are needed, like
Yeah.
what you said: patience, tolerance, commitment, communication, and all that. Okay, thank you so much, Ma. That actually leads me to my second question. Because in marriage, I know you've been married for a while. I've also been married for a while. And I know that a whole lot of people out there, they just believe, the butterfly in my tummy, once that is there, is going to be happily married ever. How did they pray? Happily, loving everything. But the purpose of this program is to educate and to enlighten. And most importantly, to help viewers at home, the married people, the unmarried people, that whatever they are feeling is not abnormal, that they are not alone. That's the most important reason for this show, to help them that you are not alone. You are actually normal the way you're feeling it. So, and the reason why I made reference to that is because our young adults out there, many people, I would say 75% of people believe that love is the only thing that can sustain a marriage. And for people that have been in marriage, they will know that there are some days that you don't even feel like talking to anybody. You just want to have your own me time, you know. As they say that every day is not Christmas. So that leads me to my second question, which is, why do you think some couples who truly love each other, they love each other, or they started with all the love, 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 why do you think the struggle in marriage? Are there other things that they are neglecting? Are there other things that they are not paying attention to? That they are just putting their marriage, anchoring it on, I love you, you love me. In as much as we love each other, it must work. We don't have to bother ourselves about the other aspects that can make this marriage thrive and make it blissful and enjoyable.
Yeah. So I want to say that it's quite unfortunate that these days many people are getting ready for the marriage ceremony, for the wedding ceremony, right? And they are not actually ready for the marriage. Young couples or people that are about to get married, some of them are not taking counseling seriously. They forget the place of counseling in getting married. And some of them is now when they get into marriage. I say something a lot that there are some issues because I counsel people and I speak with people a lot. There are some questions that they ask me. There are some things that they say that I wonder how they got there in the first place, because it's not as if they didn't see those things. They saw those red flags, but love blindfolded them. And what they were supposed to work on, they did not work on those things. Right. And so that is where the problem is, right? So sometimes the foundation needs to be taken care of. When the foundation is okay, no matter the storm that comes, both of you will be able to withstand it together, because both of you have been able to secure a good foundation. You've gone through counseling, right? You both of you know what you're going into. Now I'm talking to those people that are just getting into it or about to get into it, because a lot of marriages won't be having issues today if they have gone through the right processes, if they started well, if their foundation was good. We'll not be having my husband did this today, my wife did this today, right? So that's just to talk about for those people that are just getting into marriage. They should not take pre-marriage counseling. They should not take it with levity. It is very important. And they should go to someone that is seasoned, a pastor that is seasoned, or a marriage counselor that is seasoned, right? Not the one that is matchmaking both of you, right? I think I'm digressing, but I'm sorry that I have to say
yes, no, you're right? Saying it well, ma. Please continue.
So because there are some ministers of God that they have investments in certain relationships. Maybe the lady is their spiritual daughter, or the guy is their spiritual son, and they like that lady for the guy, or they like the guy for the lady, right? And the lady or the guy, whichever the case may be, is noticing certain red flags. They are seeing some things that are really wrong, right, with that relationship. But because they are invested in one way or the other, right, instead of them to, it's the nail on the head and say it as it is, they are passionate they are not saying the truth, and then they get into that marriage and it's a problem, it's a disaster. So it's very important that you take pre-marriage counseling very seriously and go to someone that you know will tell you both the truth, right? Don't go to someone that is sentimental about one of you, or go to someone that is sentimental about both of you, right? So that being said, we are talking about the fact that marriages, some people get into marriage and they feel like love is everything. We love each other. It's all beautiful and it's all rosy and it's all fantastic. No, marriage is work. You need certain skills. You need certain skills to help your marriage, stay the test of time, right? For those people that you see that have been married for a while, they have certain skills that have helped them to stay there. So you cannot just stay in the place of I am married, so yes, I'm good. No, you need certain skills that will help you, just like you need soft skills in your place of work, just like you need soft skills in your day-to-day activities, your relational activities with other things, in your business place, in everything that you do. You also need skills to help your marriage. You need skills to help your marriage. That's why I keep saying that matured people, emotionally matured people. If you are not emotionally matured, you don't have any business in marriage. You can be 40 years old and you're not emotionally matured, right? So emotional maturity is very important. But then again, we're talking about why is it that some marriages still struggle. So there are many things. Communication is one of them. Some people don't know how to explain their mind. To express themselves. Some people don't know how to express themselves in marriage. And so they just bottle up. They bottle up. While some people, they know how to express themselves, but they express themselves in the very wrong way, right? They talk down on their spouses. They say it they express themselves in a demeaning manner that affects their spouses and all of that. So communication is the bedrock of every relationship. And if you're a woman, for example, and you feel like your husband is supposed to know everything that is going on in your mind, I tell you, your husband is not a witch. He cannot know what's going on in your mind if you don't say. But you see, many ladies, they'll just be sulking. He's supposed to know. Is he not supposed to know? He cannot know if you don't tell him. So you need to be able to express your mind. You need to be able to speak when you're hurting, when he's doing something that you don't like, say it out. And then for the man or the other way around, if you're someone that you are very expressive, how are you expressing whatever it is that you're saying? Are you expressing it in a good way? Are you expressing it in a polite way? Or you are making that person, you're making that person less of themselves in the place of communication. So communication is one of the problems that affects marriages. That's why, okay, so we love each other, but are you guys communicating properly, right? There's also another thing, and that is different expectations. So I have probably spent 20 something years of my life somewhere. He has spent 20 something years of his life somewhere. I have been brought up in a particular place. He has been brought up in a particular way. And then both of us have to come and live together. We have to cohabit. We have to start a family together. But I have certain expectations. I have probably watched a lot of romance movies. He has probably read a lot of romance novels. Or he grew up where they don't share affections. They don't share. They don't show their affections. So both of you are coming together and you want to live together. The expectation Mr. A is bringing is different from the expectation that Miss B is bringing, and they are not talking about it. There's going to be a problem. So because you love each other does not mean that you people don't have certain expectations that you are bringing into that marriage. So those are the things that you need to talk about. Sometimes I'm wondering when they say they are doing talking stage, our young people, it's like I'm training a lot of this thing as our young people. They are doing talking stage, and I'm wondering, what are you people talking about? What are you talking about? You're talking about favorite color, talking about what did you eat today. You are avoiding deep conversation, which leads us back to communication. Avoiding deep conversations. Talk about scenarios. If this happens, how are you going to address it? You're going to react. Thank you. So different expectations in marriage, for the people could be a problem, right? We also have unresolved personal issues. We have unresolved personal issues. You have hurts, you have trust issues from here, different personal issues that we are carrying from different places, and then we are bringing it into the marriage. We have conflict resolution. How do you people, talk about conflict? How do you resolve conflict? All of these things are things that causes challenges in marriage, that people are struggling in their marriage. We have external pressure. I've talked about that. Stress from work, stress from life. People are just raising children. You just have your first child. You're trying to understand how to build your life around the new child and all of these things, right? All of these things. In fact, another important thing I need to mention is speaking your spouse's love language. Speaking your spouse's love language is a struggle for some people. Your spouse wants to love you, wants you to love him in this particular way, but you are not loving in that way. You are loving the way you know. And then you're telling the person you love him or you love her, but she's not feeling it. He's not feeling it because you're not loving the right way you're supposed to be loved. So all of these things are things that causes struggles in marriages. So love is not enough.
Enough.
Love is not enough.
Thank you so much, Ma, for that powerful insight to help our young adults out there and also to help the married couples out there for us to know that love is not the only thing that can help us to have a blissful marriage. Love is not the only thing that can help us to have a successful marriage that we all desire. There are other ingredients, certain ingredients that we need to mingle the love with to make our marriage work and to make our marriage better. I would like us to go on a short break. Yes, love is not enough, Mr. Temidayo. Love is not enough. I'd like us to go on a short break, Ma, before we come back and we focus on the remaining question. Once again, happy International Women's Day to all the women across the globe. We love you. And the message is from your wonderful family, appreciating you. So we'll be going on a short break and we will be back. Please sit back, relax, and stay with us. Thank you, everyone. Here.
Although stand tall and never fade away. The world is brighter because you shine. Strong women changing the course of time. From Cecelia, oh, world with love today. Happy International Women's Day. Yeah, yeah. Happy International Women's Day. Although stand tall and never fade away. The world is brighter because you shine. Strong women changing the course of time. From Cecelia, oh, world with love today. Happy International Women's Day. Yeah, yeah. Happy International Women's Day. Although stand tall and never fade away. The world is brighter because you shine. Strong women changing the course of time. From Cecelia, oh, world with love today. Happy International Women's Day. Yeah, yeah. Happy International Women's Day. Although stand tall and never fade away. The world is brighter because you shine. Strong women changing the course of time. From Cecelia, oh, world with love today. Happy International Women's Day. Yeah, yeah. Happy International Women's Day.
Thank you, everyone, for staying with us during that short break. Again, it is Women's International Women's Day today, and we celebrate you, your family in particular. They celebrate you. They see your love, they see your drive, they see your sacrifice, and even your children, your husband, they celebrate you, and we all love you. And today, being your day, we're showering you with all the love, and we pray that God will continue to uphold you and keep being who you are and keep being the light, the shining example in your family. Back to our question and to the topic we're discussing tonight on the Married Talk Show. We're talking about if love is enough to uphold, sustain, and help us to have a blissful and beautiful marriage, or if there are other things that we are missing. And we have Mrs. Olajumoke Ajayi on the Married Talk Show today. And she has been helping us with the help of God to deep dive into this important topic. And to the next question, Ma, I would like you to help us with this to understand if marriage require intentional efforts beyond love or feelings. Or can love alone run a marriage and make it work?
All right, welcome back, everybody. The answer is no. Love alone cannot run the marriage. Love alone cannot run the marriage. There are certain things that you have to do, and that's why we say intentional effort. It has to be intentional, and being intentional means that it has to come from both parties. One person cannot be given the work. No, both of you have to give the work. If one person keeps giving and giving, that person is going to get tired eventually, right? So both of you have to be intentional about your marriage. Like I said, you cannot put your marriage on autopilot and say, yes, now I'm married. I love him and she loves me. That's why I got married to you. Some you even hear some people say that I chose you, right? And you're good, right? So these things are things that we hear that people do or people say. So marriage is not something you put on autopilot and expect that it to just continue to run. No, you need intentionality. You need to put effort in your communication. Put effort. Ensure that you are actually speaking. Ensure that you are not assuming. Assumption is one of the problems of many marriages today. Ensure that you are not assuming. Some of us, we are assuming, and then we start giving attitude based on the assumptions that we have, right? So, and instead of assuming, why not talk? Why not communicate? If it's something that you've not been doing in your marriage before, that's why we said intentional effort. If it's something you've not been doing in your marriage before, decide that this is what we are going to be doing going forward. And of course, your spouse cannot be talking and then you decide that no, I'm not the talking part. Type. No, it has to be both of you intentionally having a conversation. We need to talk about this. We need to talk about this matter, right? Don't let it go days before you resolve a matter. Resolve it as quickly as you can, right? At that point, it can be hot, right? At that point, it can be hot that you might not want to have a conversation, but don't make it too long before you have that conversation. Don't crawl. Being intentional is having hard conversations. Some of us cannot have hard conversations. We cannot have difficult conversations around finances. Some of us cannot have difficult conversations around sex. Maybe you're not being satisfied. Your spouse is not doing it the way you want to do it. These are difficult conversations. You cannot be sulking and not talk about it. So you need to talk about it. So communication, intentional effort in communication, intentional effort in commitment. We have talked about commitment on this show before, that you have to choose your spouse over and over again. Be committed. I have chosen you. And so true and true, it is you. Over and over again, it is you. right? And commitment does not mean that they should be walking over you. That's not what I'm saying. If you are in an abusive marriage, that's a conversation for another day, right? If that marriage is abusive, that is a conversation for another day. But intentional effort includes commitments, right? Even in the bad days, when things are not rosy, when things are not the way that you want it to be, you need to be committed to one another. In putting intentional effort, apart from communication, apart from commitment, forgiveness is key. Your spouse would always wrong you. In being intentional is saying that I forgive you. That is being intentional, saying that I forgive you. It might be hard, it might be difficult, but of course, if the kind of love that you have for your spouse is God's kind of love, that kind of love would forgive. Because when we were not deserving, He died for us. When we didn't deserve it, right? So that's the kind of love that we are supposed to give. That's why we are supposed to be intentional in forgiving. It might be hard. It might hurt you bad. Yes, I know that. It might hurt you deeply. Yes, I know that. You might have felt disappointed. Yes, I know that. But being intentional is you forgiving your spouse. Being intentional is both of you growing together, not one person growing. And by growth, it is growth all round. Growth in career, growth financially, growth in this thing called marriage, growth emotionally. You're going for marriage counseling. Both of you are going to, marriage conferences. You're going together. You're reading a book on marriage. Both of you are reading it together. Intentionality. You have to be intentional. Anybody can do marriage, anybody can do marriage. But the people that want to do marriage right, they have to be intentional. So you have to be intentional about several things. That's why you see these marriages that are working and you are envying. They are doing something. They are doing something right? Prioritizing. You have to be intentional about prioritizing each other. My spouse comes first before this. I have to choose my marriage before this. That is one of the things that you need to do. Intentional, that you need to be intentional about. Serving one another. Serving one another is another thing that you need to be intentional about. And so you need to be intentional about making your marriage work. So marriage is not, it doesn't run on autopilot. You have to be intentional. I want my marriage to work. How will my marriage work? You need to be intentional about it. Because life will throw blows at you. Life will throw things at you. But if you're not intentional, every little thing like this, you get upset and you're tired and you want to get out of it. You want to move on. You are fed up of it. So you need to be intentional. So the word, I see everybody echoing. I see our audience echoing the word intentional. So the word is intentionality. Basically, in every area, intentionality. And it has to be both parties, not one person doing the work.
Thank you so much, Ma, for that powerful insight. God bless you. I actually still have like 3 more questions before we go. And these are important questions that I want us to touch. The other question, anyway, our guest speaker will be back. She has talked about the importance of intentionality, couples being intentional about the way they communicate, the way they love, the way they forgive, the way they do things, and making intentionality their focus. Being intentional all around. And thank you so much, Ma, for coming back. I have a question for you, Ma, because a whole lot of people fail at this thing called marriage due to not being opportune to learn some things. And tonight's show is about educating people and helping them to know that they are not alone. The next question I have for you, Ma, can faith or prayer strengthen love between couples?
Absolutely. Yes. My mom says something. Pray for anything and everything. I would repeat that. Pray for anything and everything. So yes, you need to have, you need both of you need to be able to pray together for your marriage. Like I said when we just started the show, that the devil is attacking homes. The devil is attacking homes because he doesn't want everybody to be, because when you have a happy home, you people are happy, you're beautiful, you are good, and all of that. He doesn't want that. So he's constantly looking for things that would make you, it might be anger, for example. It might be something very minute, and then it's going to capitalize on it. So yes, both of you have to. So talking about intentionality that I was talking about the other time, be intentional about praying for your marriage as well. Be intentional about spiritual matters as well. So as a family or as husband and wife, do you pray together? Yes, I know that you pray. I know you're a prayer warrior by yourself. You pray by yourself. I know your spouse is a prayer warrior. He prays by himself. But do you pray together? There is something about prayer of agreement. There is something that it does. Bible says when 2 or 3 agree on a thing. So you agree together. You pray together. I tell you that 1 will chase 1,000, 2 will chase 10,000. So yes, there is a place for faith and prayer. There is, in fact, your marriage is actually a triangle. God, you on one side, and then your spouse on the other side. That is the triangle of the marriage. So if there is no God there, then you people are just, is this horizontal now? You people are just like this. There is no God there. So you are going to continue to struggle. You will struggle. But when you pray about anything, when you pray, I've had a situation where my husband annoyed me and I was very angry. And he didn't know. In fact, it's like he didn't know that he annoyed me. You know what I did? And that's what I do. I told God, because when you're talking to God, if you have a good relationship with God, you don't necessarily have to, go into the war room. Yes, there's a place for the war room, right? You don't necessarily go into the war room, but you can have a conversation. And that day I told God, I said, I came to report your son to you. I came to report your son to him. Go and talk to him. Go and, and that's how I spoke to him on situations like that, right? But if you have not put God in the center of your home, there's no how you want to invite him. There is no how you want to invite him there. Now, there's a place for the war room as well. Remember, I don't know how many of us have seen the war room. There is a place where that woman came to our living room. And she said, enough is enough. Devil, there is no space for you here anymore. I take authority. And she sent him packing. She sent him out of her home, right? And that was the turnaround for her marriage. Her husband was about to cheat on her. She also was doing her own stuff. She was tired of the marriage and all of that, right? But that was where there was a change. So there is a place for faith. Yes, you love each other. We know the lovey-dovey is good, but pray for anything and about anything. You people are doing well. Yes, maybe you people don't even have so much issues like that. Some people are jealous of that marriage. Some people are jealous of that home that you have, that beautiful home that you have. So you need to pray against strange man, pray against strange woman, pray against any ancestral thing, something that you have been packing from your family lineage that you don't even know. So yes, there is a place for faith and prayer in having a beautiful marriage. Yes, you can't do it without God. You can't.
Thank you so much, Ma, for that powerful words. We really, really appreciate you. And this brings me to my second to the last question, Ma. How you've talked about the common mistakes that couple make. You've talked about communication. The next question would be, how can couple rebuild their marriage when love feels weak? How can they rebuild their marriage when love feels weak?
Okay, thank you very much. So remember that we said something about the other time about feelings. And the truth is that feelings would fade away at some point. I want to say that if you are in a point where your love feels weak, it's not out of place, and it's not peculiar to only you. You are not strange. You are not devilish or whatever it is that is going on in your head. No, it happens. It happens. So yes, there will be a time where your love will be tried. There will be some times you will wonder that, am I sure that I married the right person? Am I sure that I did not make a mistake? So there will be a time where those things are going to come at you. Did I make the right choice? Did I do all of this? So if you are in that place and you want to rebuild, let me start by saying that two of you have to agree on it. One person cannot agree to rebuild the marriage. If one person is doing it by himself, that person is going to get frustrated. So it has to be both of you that decide that this is what we want to do. We want to rebuild. We want to rebuild. Our love is weak. We want to rebuild. So rebuild everything. Rebuild your communication. Rebuild your commitment with one another. Address the root issues. This is very important. Address the root issues. How did we get here? What happened? At what point did we miss it? When did we lose it? Right? We used to love each other. We used to understand each other. We used to, at what point did we miss it? Right? So address the root issue. Both of you should sit down and think, okay, so what were the causes of all of this? I mean, what are the causes of all of these things? Right? Both of you have to think back and talk about it. What do you think caused this? Where did we go wrong? So if you are able to address the root cause, then I tell you, you're 50% done. You're 50% done. So if you want to rebuild, right? You want to rebuild, the love is weak. You want to rebuild the love. Look at what caused the issue in the first place. And don't walk on eggshells when you're having that conversation, right? When you are going to have the conversation, tell yourselves you people are going to have a deep conversation, and nobody should get hurt because you people want to rebuild, right? Nobody should get hurt and to shout, so this. No, you cannot want to rebuild something and be walking on eggshells. You cannot want to rebuild something and not say the truth as it is, right? In my heart. But at the end of the day, these things are going to be the things that will help you. So address the issue as it comes, right? So that is you building your love back. Then you can now spend quality time together. So one of the things that could probably have affected your marriage affected you from drifting apart could be the fact that both of you were too busy. Your schedule has been very tight. His schedule is tight. Your schedule is tight. Our schedule is tight. His schedule is tight, right? You need to intentionally build quality time together. Have some time of getaway. There is a power of on an ordinary weekend getaway. There is something it can do for your marriage. Just one weekend. There is something that it can do for your marriage. So have some time to get away. Spend quality time together. Spend quality time together. Love one another. Remember what did I like about you? What are the things that made me fall in love with you? Why did we miss it? In that your quality time, have conversations. Do things that you love. Do it together. Like that, you're building. Then propose in your heart that I'm going to forgive this person no matter what the person does. I'm going to forgive. As long as it's not your deal breaker, well, it's a conversation for another day as well, right? But even if it's a deal breaker, God's kind of love forgives anything, right? It's the overwhelming, never-ending love, right? There's no shadow that love cannot climb. There's no wall there's no shadow that love cannot climb. There's no wall that love cannot light up. We know this here. So you need to be able to say, yes, I'm going to forgive. I'm going to forgive. So that's going to help you. Then show it in actions. I love you, not for mouth. It's not for mouth. Little actions. Speak your spouse's love language, please. Speak your spouse's love language. Some of us don't know our spouse's love language, and we are loving them the wrong way, and so they're not feeling loved. And that's why it's looking like the love is just, everything is just drying up, or everything is just going, or your love tank is empty. Speak your spouse's love language. Your spouse's love language cannot be quality time, and what you are doing is asking for physical touch or giving physical touch. Your spouse will not feel loved. So in you having a conversation, if you don't know what your spouse's love language is, please go and ask tonight or ask today or this morning, whatever time you're watching. Talk about it. What is your love language? right? This can help you. Then seek guidance. Seek guidance. Thank you. You're on the right path. I mean, thank God you're on the right path. You're on this show. You're watching this. You're seeing this. There can also be other places where you can go to for guidance. You go for marriage counseling. Speak to trusted people. There is no asking for help is not a sign of weakness. If you know that your marriage is on the edge of crumbling, then you need to talk to somebody. By the time you are quiet and quiet and quiet, that marriage is going to crumble, right? So all of these things, plus prayer, plus
Yes.
God at the center of it, will help you build it. Will
Thank
help
you
you
so
build your.
much. Yeah, we're running out of time, but actually there are two more questions, one from our viewers and the one like an advice that I want us to use to wrap it up. But I want us to touch our viewers' question. Our question is, what if one partner is not there again spiritually, and this was not the way you started? What would be your advice to this person, man?
Okay. So my first advice to this person is communicate. Communicate. Like I said, communication is the bedrock for every relationship, right? So talk to your spouse that I think that our marriage is shaking because we are not together spiritually. You remember I was talking about growth. In talking about growth, you're supposed to also grow together spiritually. Not that one person is growing spiritually, the other person is just there chasing the money and chasing all the funds. No. So you need to talk to your spouse that we are not where we used to be together in prayer spiritually. We are not where we used to be, right? And then the spouse too should have an open mind, right? If your spouse does not have an open mind, then that's a problem, right? So when your spouse has an open mind and can understand that, okay, I think that this is it, then you have made progress. So what can we do? What can we do that so that we can get back to where we used to be spiritually? What can we do? So you can now, you can start with baby steps. Let's do let's have our morning prayers together. Let's do family altars. Let's have evening prayer. If mornings are too this thing for you, let's have evening prayers. Let's pray together. If it's 5 minutes prayer, gradually you're getting at it. Encourage the person to go to church with you. Encourage the person to go for programs with you. Please, in all of this, don't nag. In all of this, don't nag. If you say it once, if you say it today, give it some time. Now, in all of you doing all of this, you're still reporting this person. If not reporting, now you're telling God,
God.
God, this person, let this person come back. Take him or her back to his or first love, right? So, in doing all of this, you are praying to God about it, right? And then you're telling me that there's program in church. I think we should go together. Gradually, it's baby steps. Please don't nag about it. If you talk about it today, give it time. Give it some time. Maybe 2 days time again, you talk about it again, right? If you are nagging, if you keep talking about it and you say, see, that's how our live, that's how our family is because we don't pray. You are pushing that person farther. You're pushing that person farther away. So I think that these things can help. And then if that person has someone that he listens to or that she listens to, that you both know, it's not bringing third party. There is a place for, we always say don't bring a third party into your marriage. Yeah, but then if that person, if both of you, maybe you have a spiritual head over you and you know that your spouse listens to that person, you can also ask that person for trusted guidance, what you can do that will help. So I guess with all of these things, you should be able to get the person up to speed.
Thank you so much, Ma, for that. We shouldn't nag. We should work with them in peace to bring them up to where we want them to be. God bless you, Ma. So the final question, Ma, is what would be your advice to all married couples watching this show now and the people that will still watch it in the future, and all unmarried young adults out there who believe that love is enough to uphold a marriage? What would be your advice to them on this particular topic, love, and the general advice to help them have a beautiful marriage and a beautiful relationship with each other? We can't hear you, ma. You're muted. You're muted.
Oh, sorry about that. All right, so I'm going to start with the unmarried people. I'll start with the unmarried people. So for the unmarried people, I want to tell you that marriage is a beautiful thing. Yeah. But then love is not enough. The butterflies are good, but it's not going to sustain the marriage. So you need to get to the place where this person that I want to settle down with, if this person does not look like this, would I still love this person? If the person annoys me, would I still love this person? Am I ready to be patient with this person? Am I ready to sacrifice for this person? Am I ready to be intentional with this person? Am I ready to be committed to this person? Yeah. So these are the things that will help you to sustain your marriage, right? The feelings are good, right? But the feelings will fluctuate. Feelings will fluctuate. Life will make those feelings to fluctuate. So you need something deeper than just the normal love. And I want to also tell you that good marriages exist. Please don't be discouraged by the number of divorces you're seeing around. Don't be discouraged by the bad posts on marriage that you see around. Be intentional about following marriages that work. Please be intentional about that. And that will make you look forward to seeing your own marriage work as well. So that's for the singles. Now for the married people, like I said, as we were going on, that if you are in a place where your love is getting weak, right? Both of you need to be intentional about doing some things, right? So work on it. Understand where you are. That we are in this place where our love is beginning to go cold or get weak. So what are the things that we can do? There are things that you can do. Like I said, you pray about it. You can revisit where you started from. What are the things that made me fall in love with you? What is the root cause? What is making us drift apart, right? Do a form of get away and find your love back, get your groove back, talk to somebody about it. Yeah, so all of these things will help you. But above everything, if you're not taking anything home today, be intentional about your marriage. Be intentional. Everything that has to do with communication, commitment, growth, whatever it is, everything, you have to be intentional about it. That's what will make. I've come to a place where sometimes I feel a certain way. Maybe I'm not happy. Maybe my husband offends me. I am uncomfortable to let it linger. That is being intentional. That is being intentional. You being petty and making it linger, that's not being intentional, right? You need to be intentional about not making any gap, about not creating any gap. So I believe all of these things will help you. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ma, for everything that you have said tonight. We really, really appreciate you. And we appreciate the grace of God upon your life. And we didn't take that for granted. Thank you for the deep wealth of wisdom that you've poured out today. You don't know what you've done, but our viewers at home and the people that are still going to watch this video in the next future, they are grateful. And thank you for allowing God to use you and for coming on the Married Talk Show tonight to bless us. God bless you. God bless your marriage. God bless your
Thank you
home.
for
God
having
bless
me.
your family. God bless your children. And you will never lack up at any point in your life. The Lord will continue to sustain you. And thank you for sharing your time with us tonight, because you could have decided to do something else, but you've decided to come online to pour into people, to pour into lives. And I am one of the people that are blessed tonight by listening to you. We really, really appreciate you. Thank you, ma'am. To the
Thank
viewers
you.
at
Thank you
home,
for having me.
yes, ma'am. And by the way, our guest speaker, she has written so many books on marriage, about female child. You can check her out. Our book is on www.seller Olajumoke Ajayi, I believe. And Andrew, Facebook Andrew is scrolling below. Please connect with her. This is the reason why we bring these good people on this married talk show to bless life, Please don't make it the married talk show alone. Connect with them beyond the married talk show. That's what this program is all about. And I'm very, very sure that she's not going to turn you down. Neither will the other people that we've had on the married talk show or the other people that we're still going to bring. Neither will they turn you down. Everybody wants to see your marriage work. They want the young adults out there to choose right. So we're rooting for you. Tonight on the show, we were able to explore the truth about love, commitment, faith, patience, communication, and intentional work that is required to build a lasting and successful marriage. I, Cecelia Oluwaseun, your host on the show tonight, I hope that you are being blessed beyond measure. And next week, we'll be bringing on another powerful discussion. I want you to please stay tuned with us and do us a favor to share this powerful show tonight on your social media page so that together we can bless lives, so that together your next door neighbor, their marriage also can become blissful, it can thrive, so that together we can make our world better. And before I go tonight, I have an important announcement, and our guest speaker will please indulge me to do this announcement. So we will be having Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo on the Marriage Talk Show. Yes, that actually, let me try to, yes, we'll be having Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo on the Marriage Talk Show. That is huge. He's someone that I have followed closely with his wife. He's seasoned. There is no doubt about it. Forget about the internet. Forget about whatever is going on the internet. Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo is seasoned with his wife. And it has been my greatest honor from the very first day I started this married talk show to have them on the married talk show. And this is happening live, not by human's power, but it is happening by the help of God. We will be having him live to lecture us on the married talk show this March 29th. The only thing you can do for me is to spread this word. I am not interested in the views. I am not interested in whatever, building my social media page. That's not the intent. The intent is for lives to be changed, to know what God is saying about them. Because if that life is changed, then we can have a beautiful world. And they start by us contributing our own quota. Please spread this word. Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo is a coach. I don't need to introduce him. Google him on the online. You will see that he's coming live on the Married Talk Show. And this is going to bless life. Please share it. Share it with your friend. Share it with a person that is not your friend. So that by the time he's here, we can all learn and unlearn to become a better place, a better person, so that our world will become a better place, so that our marriage will be better, so that our young adults can choose right. And they won't become a burden to you when they marry wrongly, because they will come back to you for advice if they marry wrongly. But if you help them now by giving them the powerful tools they know, introducing that to them, they will not become a burden to you. They will become a joy when you see them with their partner. That being said, I really, really appreciate everyone for joining me on the Married Talk Show tonight. I love you. My prayer is God will continue to bless you. God will continue to keep you. God will continue to make his face to shine upon you, and it will bless your marriage. And your marriage will continue to be heaven on earth in Jesus' name. And until next week, when I come your way, it's still your girl, Cecelia Oluwaseun, Cecelia Howard. Keep enjoying God's blessings in your marriage. Keep enjoying God's grace in your marriage. And I'll see you here next week. Thank you. I love you all. And thank you, our guest speaker. God bless you, man. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Yo, check the mic. It's Cecelia World. Welcome to the Marriage Talk Show. Word up. If marriage is hard work, we'll put in the time. Building it stronger, one prayer at a time. Through every test, through every storm. Love is the promise we swore. Said if marriage is hard work, we'll put in the time. Building it stronger, one prayer at a time. Through every test, through every storm. Love is the promise we swore.